going to do a design brief for a sofa bed. Got to have three things. It must be, number one, highest priority, comfortable. Anybody that knows me, it needs to be cheap or accessible. Number three, it needs to be versatile. It's got to do more than one thing. It's got to be able to not just be a bed but fold up, a bit like a rock and roll bed but not as expensive, so they're around about £1,000 a piece, and very heavy. So I want mine to be lightweight, I want it to be cheap, and I want it to be very, very comfortable. So here we go. Oh, it's coming off, thank goodness. I have in fact just been given a bed. Not quite true, I've just paid £5 for an old IKEA bed that was being thrown out. So I'm going to pick that up, bring it home, and then, well, it's going to be as cheap as chips, isn't it? Because it is literally cheaper than a bag of chips in the UK. I don't know how much a bag of chips would be in the US, but it's cheap. So let's get on with putting it together and just seeing if it fits into the van. I think it won't fit. Think it won't fit? I think you might be right. Whoops. Sideways. I haven't got the height either. Okay, so let's make it narrower, Julian. Yeah. By how much? So it's going to have to be that width, isn't it?
I don't think it won't fit now, Dad.
We might be able to do it in sections.
Really?
Yeah, let's take it apart.
Good point.
Yeah. So that bit.
Is that here?
We'll put it on there like that. That then opens up. It's too long. The width is okay. I'd like the legs to run along here. That way, when we want storage here, the legs are not going to foul on anything. So if we did that, we moved the legs onto the edge, that'd work, but we need to shorten it and probably reduce its width. I do like it though. So move the legs and then lower it as much as possible. Okay, that's first job. I'm not going to do length at the moment. I'm just going to get the height right, and then we'll worry about the length. What I'm going to try and do this morning is just raise everything to the level it needs to be, and then just have a little think about how I can set it in position, and if I've got enough headroom or not enough headroom. Right, let's get on with it. what Dad wants to do is take that, so it's underneath there, but that's in the way. So we can only take off that distance at the moment. So let's take that off. So from that line there, I want you to put the tape along that edge.
Of course, Dad.
Well, that's perfect. Yeah. Cool. And then on that line there. Other side. Oh, go up to the line. No. Go up a bit more. That's it there. Okay, so we're going to cut this piece off.
Okay.
Same on the other side.
Of course, Dad.
So we've removed a section out yesterday, about 70 mils, just to try and bring this further in. So I think it's not bad. Got a 5 mil gap there. Got a 5 mil gap there. So I'm just clamping it up and then we tack it together. That's 63. That would actually be a nice day bed. If I take 5 centimeters off, it would come to 1, 2, 3, 4. Come to there. So I'm just going to make this one a bit shorter to try and get it into the van. So if I bring that back, it's going to foul on this, but I could take off 4 centimeters. That might just be enough. So not the 5 that I planned, but we take 4 off. Let's see if I can get rid of some of these dents. Well, yesterday we had 30-degree heat. Today the temperatures really dropped down. So it's swinging from really cold days to really hot days. It's quite nice there. I've cut those off and I can use these bits now on the bed frame. Don't think I'm going to need all this, or at least I hope not. It just helps me think a little bit about where a bracket might go and how I can pick up on that corner. So the thinking is I'm going to have a bracket of some kind here made from this angle iron. I don't know what it's going to look like yet. I don't want to attach it to the van, and I might want to take the bed out and use it in the living room, so I can still do that if I can just unbolt it from here, I can lift the whole thing out when I'm not using it, and then put it back in the living room and use it as a sofa there. So it's not stuck in the van, it's not stuck in the living room. I'm a bit stuck for an idea at the moment. So these coach bolts, I cut the head off, weld them onto the back of this frame, so that creates that pivot point, and then the bolt will go through this, and this will be anchored to the wooden slot that you see there. I want it to look nice though, but easy to be able to detach and remove it from the van. So let's weld that coach bolt onto the frame. So there's the bracket, that's going to be on the outside. It wants to protrude a bit, and it's going to come back to there. So if I let it into there, just cut a little slot out, and then let that rod into there, I can weld neatly on both sides of it. And I might need to make a little bracket a little bit higher up to support this, because it's going to have the weight of me on there, and just that alone might just bend it. So the shorter it is to that point there, the less like it will deflect or bend. So let's get that onto there first, both sides. That's nice. That's nice. So what we're going to do, Julian,
yeah,
we're just going to cut that bit off so it butts up to the bulkhead, and then we can start thinking about drilling a hole for the bolt. Oh, that works. So that wants to be held back there, really, doesn't it? That's the perfect seating angle. Yeah, perfect. Let's get this front bit on now. In this section, it'll fit onto there like that. But for chilling out, what an angle. Oh, brilliant. So, let's take a few measurements and see how much it's got to be shortened. I don't want to take any more off the back. Having a little space up there is ideal because there will be a cushion on that back side. Yeah, let's take a few measurements. And we just remove that. Don't worry about the holes. I'm not even going to weld those up, so we will cover them up though. I'm just going to put a radius on that edge just to soften the shape. That looks okay, doesn't it? Let's bring it forward. Let's have a look if that sits nice and parallel there. Look at that. So that bottom edge along there is perfect. We need to bring that up a little bit. And what we could do, have that little wheel sitting on there. What do you think?
I think that was a good point.
And that'll protect the wood then, won't it? Cool. I'm liking it. We checked the ergonomics and the anthropometric data, but I think it's got to be 97 degrees at the back, a slight tilt to the front, and I think that's it. That's looking good. These are the original wheels. They're pretty rough. They're okay. I mean, it would work, but I think rather than use them, we'll keep that for the one in the living room, Julian. What about this skateboard?
Good idea.
Yeah. Can we take it apart?
Shall I take it out?
Yes, please. Yeah. These have got bearings in, Julian. So that would be really, really smooth, and they're rubber. Okay. Yeah, if you want to take that apart then. Yeah, go ahead then, Julian. Take it apart.
Okay.
Let's have a look. Daddy wants a mechanism.
Hold on. Oh, there it is. Here you go, Dad.
Thank you. Let's try it. It might be too high, Julian, but we'll have a look. I think that's a winner, Julian. We're going to mount those on. Look at the difference that makes. Bearings, can't beat them. Oh, I do like that. Just so smooth and light.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
A little bit of help, please.
Okay. Lights, camera, action. I always put the bolt in the nut, Julian, like that. I don't lose them.
Don't worry, Dad. I'll give it a minute.
That's the one I want.
Thanks, Dad.
Good job, Julian. Just put a little tack on there, Julian. So as it moves forward, look, this edge is just binding on the wood. If I use one of these caster wheels and just mount that underneath, will it be enough just to keep that clearance? Look how close that is. It almost wants to go up another millimetre, doesn't it? Oh, goodness me. Let's put it on, and I get, if this doesn't work, I could put a little spacer on there and try that. So let's put it on now and just see if it binds and by how much, and then I might need to make a spacer. I will need it. I will need a spacer. Yeah. Well, at 1/10 the cost of a rock and roll bed and half the weight of a rock and roll bed, coming at just 25 kilos. This is brilliant. I can't wait to get the slats on now and just try it out. Just see how good it really is, see how comfortable it is. These are available from Amazon, probably from IKEA as well. And so these things are available on Amazon. They're just £5 for a box of about 30. And another reason for choosing an IKEA bed is it's gone through all the testing. All the research and development for weight loads, weight distribution, all these materials have all been tested and they meet a European standard. So I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I'm just going to make it cheaper, lighter, more efficient, hopefully comfortable, hopefully versatile, although I don't think I can take it into the living room anymore. And what was the other one? Cheap, and I think I've definitely met that. Right, Junior, I think what we need to do is try it.
Sure.
Let's take our rubber band off. Ooh. That's quite nice, isn't it?
Yep. Oh, careful, Dad.
I tell you what, that is comfortable, isn't it?
You're right.
But I do think the next job, we'll fix the ceiling up, Julian. That's Daddy's next job.
Yeah, it was Falling's fault.
I think I used the wrong glue.
Oh, yeah.
But thank you very much, folks. I mean, it is very, very, very comfortable. I think you can get a good night's sleep on this. So the mattress is a little bit longer than the van. We are going to have to trim the mattress down to make it fit and tweak it a little bit more. But we hope you liked the video. I hope it inspired you. There are cheap ways of getting around rock and roll beds, and this is one of them. And this is my chosen one. I might in the future put some automatic winding mechanism in there, some electrics of some kind, just to funk it up, just to make it that little bit more interesting and comfortable. All right, thank you for watching.
And thank you so much indeed.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing, guys.
And please subscribe.
And please subscribe.
Thank you. Bye for now. See you in the next one.
And adios.